What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode, GH, let me tell you something. Finn is a horrible client. Finn is a terrible client to have. Like, Diane will chew his ass up on that stand. Like, there will be no crumbs left when she get done with him. Alexis broke that man in 5 seconds flat with her question. One little question, and he just snapped. Sir, did you not listen to what they both just told you? Like, yes, Alexis no longer has her law license, but she's still a damn good attorney. That never goes away. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you've been an attorney for 30 years or 25 plus 30 years, it don't go away just because you no longer practice law. You know what I'm saying? It stays with you. That's like riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? You never forget. And she pretty much asked him a simple question and he just snapped. I'm like, sir, do you not listen to your attorney? They both just told you, keep your anger in check. You have to keep your emotions in check. And he completely snapped off the very first question. So imagine what will happen throughout the rest of the questions when he gets to the real trial. Because Diane is not going to be as polite. Like, Diane's a shark in that courtroom. She would chew your ass up. Okay? And she'll chew the bones. She won't even leave a bone. Okay? Like, Finn, do better. Do better. He's sitting there talking about, oh, how am I supposed to answer that question? What do you mean, how are you supposed to answer that question? He said, how am I supposed to answer the question? Yes or no. They already told him this before. You don't volunteer information. You don't say more than what you need to say. It's yes or no. I understand. You feel like yes or no is not always, the best because it's just circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's extenuating circumstances to what happened. So you feel like you have to say, yeah, but in a courtroom, they don't want to hear but. They don't care for but. Okay? But don't matter to them. All they want to hear is, did you do that? Yes or no? That's all they want to know. As soon as you say yes, that's all. That's it. No more. Because I already know he's that type of person. He's going to sit on the stand and say, yeah, but, no more. I asked, you answered. That's it. No more questions. That's it. No more answering. Shut up. That's all they want to know. Stop volunteering shit and stop snapping. He need to get that under control. He gonna lose. I'm telling you. If he goes in there the way he is right now, he gonna lose. That's why I'm glad Alexis and Martin are prepping him. I'm glad they're doing a mock trial because he needs it. It bad. Like, he need a few days of a mock trial, maybe a month, because he is terrible. So anyway, moving on from that. I love that Elizabeth and Jake were, looking for a Christmas tree and stuff like that. The only thing I had a problem with was this was supposed to be a beautiful moment between them, and she just had to bring up Finn. Oh, Mom, what's wrong and all that. I hate that she had to talk about Finn. Why couldn't that just be about her and her son? Like, why did Finn's name have to be brought up? I just hate that. I'm like, And of course they started talking about Charlotte and whatnot, because Jake just don't know how to read that girl. He needs to stay away from her. She ain't the one. I understand they teens and whatnot, and ain't like they get married or nothing, but he needs to stay away from that girl. She ain't the one. She nuts. He is polar opposite of Jason. That boy said, I hate guns. I said, oh, you ain't like your daddy then. So I can see Hitman is not in your future. I see the Mob isn't in your Rolodex, future plans. I could definitely see Jake becoming like a lawyer or, like an activist type of lawyer, or he could become like a cop. I see him getting in law enforcement. I could see him doing that. Wouldn't that be funny? Sonny got a child in law enforcement. Jason got a child in law enforcement. That would be hilarious. That would just be... that would tickle the shit out of me. It's already tickling me now, but damn, if it were to happen, I'd be like, oh, wow. I ain't mad at him though. Like, he just sick of violence, especially when it's happening to people that he care about and stuff. So I get it, and he wants to do something about it. He was like, he want to get involved with programs and stuff that help gun violence, gun control. I like that. I said, okay, little Jake, Okay, I'm not even mad at him for doing that. You know, I definitely see bright things in his future if he continue down this line. You know, and I'm pretty sure, you know, Elizabeth is very proud. Like, he's stepping up with Aiden and stuff now that Cam's in college. Like, that's a testament to Elizabeth. It's a testament to her. So moving on from that, Jocelyn, get away from this boy. See, what the freak is wrong with everybody's kids on this damn show? Get away from these psychos. Jake, get away from that damn Charlotte. Joss, get your ass away from this Adam boy. Cause something ain't right with him. He ticky ticky boom in the head. Something not right. So he finally got a 97 on the test, on the makeup exam. Got a 97. And all his daddy was worried about was, well, why you take a makeup? I'm like, sir, he got a 97. Shouldn't you be happy? That's what you've been stressing his ass out about. What you worried about why he had to take a makeup for? Now this boy sitting here lying, talking about he had to take Jocelyn to the ER because he didn't want to tell his dad the truth. It had the nerve to sit there and try to throw a little shade at Jocelyn when she said she got a 90 on the test. He said, oh, that's too bad. You'll do better next time. Bitch, what? What? Do better next time? What the fuck is wrong with a 90? I had somebody come in my comments one day and say that. They was like, oh, well, a 92 is a 92. A 95 is better. I'm like, you do realize these kids are pre-med, right? Like, they trying to get into medical schools and stuff like that. A 90 on a medical exam and all that. And getting into medical school is not easy. Them tests are hard. Like, that's like going to school to be a lawyer or whatever. That stuff is hard. You know what I'm saying? Them tests are crucial. Them tests will stress you out. So for Jocelyn, who studies and don't take no type of pills, ain't got no issues like that, and she just studied hard and she still ended up with a 90, that is impressive. That is impressive. Because some people out there study their ass off and still end up with a D. Okay? College ain't no joke. Like, that's next level. Like, especially when you pre-med and all that other stuff. That shit ain't no joke. I'm like... So for her to get a 90 and this boy talking about do better next time, get your little crazy nutty ass on up out of here. And here he go back in the room studying, popping pills. I'm like, somebody need to call DCF on his parents. I'm just saying. And Jocelyn got a pill bottle in her dresser in her drawer, her desk drawer that she looked at. I said, ma'am, I hope you're not about to do what I think you're going to do. Because I'm looking at Jocelyn like, I really hope she is not letting this boy get into her head about her grades. Like, thinking her grades ain't good enough. Her grades are great. Like, please tell me this girl ain't about to get into no pill addiction or nothing like that because of this stupid boy. Like, I hope not. Because her 90 is incredible. Any parent would be impressed if you're trying, if you're doing your best. Even if you got a C. My thing is, even if my child got a C, I'd be like, did you work hard? Did you at least study? You know what I'm saying? And they tell me, yeah, I really did study. It's just tough. You know, I studied. I did what I could. A try beats a failure. Let me tell you something. I have sympathy for people who try. I have no sympathy for people who don't. Okay? As long as you did your best, that's all as a parent or anybody, that's all you can ask your child to do is do your best. That's all. So her getting a 90 is damn impressive. I don't know what that boy's smoking. Well, I know what he taking, but still. So, moving on from that, Laura. What is going on with Miss Laura? Like I said before, I understand these, you know, oh, I'm second, you know, I'm trying to, you know, give people second chances and stuff like that, and I get that, but her line of questioning with Dante was just weird. It was like, you talking about some, oh, you like, that's a huge accusation or whatever. Like when she was asking Dante, like when Dante was telling her about Cyrus or whatever, about the fact that Cyrus is a suspect, she was like, oh, that's a huge accusation. I'm like, Laura, what are you talking about? That's a huge accusation. I'm like, Laura, what do you mean that's a huge accusation? It's Cyrus. She made it sound like it was unbelievable that he could do something like that. This is the same man that's responsible for you getting shot a couple years ago. This is the same man that tried to have the entire Corinthos family wiped out of existence a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is the same man who is responsible for your daughter being in a damn coma right now. And she's making it sound like, oh, I hope you have evidence. I hope you this, that, and the third. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You know, did she want to get tough and stuff like that when she basically guaranteed Dante, like, listen, if you got evidence against Cyrus and he did do this, he'll be locked up for the rest of his life and and we'll throw the key away. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Laura, stop trying to get this man the benefit of the doubt, please. Um, and for her to ask Dante, like, oh, why aren't we further along in this case? What do you mean, why aren't you further along in the case? The man just died probably a few days ago in Port Charles time, barely a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, plus the PCPD doesn't have full ownership of the murder investigation. They're splitting it with the Pawtuck PD. So they're working it together. And Pawtuck don't even have to share information with the PCPD because the murder case is technically all theirs. You know what I'm saying? It happened on their ground. You know, it happened in their jurisdiction. So what do you mean, why are they not further along? Murder investigations take more than a day, take more than a week in most cases. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get as much evidence as they can, Laura. Where have you been? Like, come on. Don't be trying to shit on Dante like that. That man working around the clock trying to put people in prison. Calm down. Laura need to relax. So anyway, moving on from that. I love watching, you know, Trina and Marshall and Curtis try to find a Christmas tree and stuff like that. Where's Taggart, by the way? Because I'm like, she doing all this with them, but I'm like, where's Mr. Taggart? Like, she not gonna be seeing him for the holidays. She already wasn't with him for Thanksgiving, but I'm like, damn, we ain't gonna see him for Christmas night. What was I about to say? So they looking at trees and whatnot. You know, I get it. You know, it's hard to try to find a tree because you don't be knowing if you want a big tree, a little tree, like a medium-sized tree. And I get, you know, Trina was trying to be accommodating because she didn't want to get no huge tree, one that you had to climb a ladder, you know, to get to the top because of Curtis's condition. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? Plus, her and her mother are not used to, you know, having huge trees anyway for Christmas. Um, you know, so I totally understand it. You know what I mean? You got to get the best tree for you, you know, in your household. But I love how, you know, Curtis was talking about back in the day with Christmas and stuff, and how Aunt Stella and his mother busted their ass all year long so him and his brother could have the best, you know, Christmas possible. And I know that kind of had to, you know, hit his father hard, you know what I'm saying, to hear that, you know, because he missed a lot of those Christmases and stuff like that. But can't really dwell on the past, you know, at least he's there now for Christmas. So yeah, that's all they could focus on right now. The Ashfords. That's all they could do. Focus on the here and now. Can't focus on the past. So moving on from that. I don't like how the writers right now are trying to like force this chemistry between Cody and Sasha. Like they're trying to force that. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's starting to look very much forced to me. You know, them being at deception and stuff like that and doing conference calls. Even though I love the fact that they, you know, took the call from Maxie. But my thing is, even for Maxie to bring it up, like, oh, we trying to sell romance. Oh, y'all just look so great. Y'all just, it's like they trying to beat you over the head with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we get it. They like each other. There is chemistry. You ain't got to force it. Let it happen naturally. I feel bad for Maxie because even though Maxie has a good support system, like a good village, like Obrecht stepping in and stuff, looking at, you know, looking over her son and stuff while he's sick, and you got Felicia and Mac. You know, you got a great support system there. But I know it's still tough on her because it's like she still got to play mother and father. You know, she still has to choose between being there for her sick child and trying to help run a company. It's not easy, you know, trying to work and take care of a kid or multiple kids. Like it's not an easy task. So I am glad that, you know, Cody and Sasha took over and gave her a reprieve so she can go be by her son's side. You know, because I know that was tough on her. That's what I love about certain stories that they do, like especially involving like people like Maxie and Elizabeth and stuff, because these are like real working people with kids and they have to work. You know what I'm saying? because they don't, you know, they don't have Corinthos money, they don't have Quartermain money, they don't have Jax's money, you know, they don't have all these people's wealth. You know what I'm saying? So they can't hire nannies and stuff, and you know they have to go in and go to work. They don't have a choice. You know, what other option do they have? But it's like, it sucks that you have to choose between paying your bills and feeding your kids and, you know, leaving work early to go be by their side because they're sick, especially if you don't have that coverage or you don't have that help. You know, it makes it that much more harder. Um, but I love how they show the realistic side of stories and stuff like that, and that's a very realistic side to the story. Having to juggle all that. Um, but yeah, Cody and Sasha, I don't think they should force it. I think they should let that relationship progress naturally on its own instead of trying to beat people over the head with the chemistry stuff. I'm like, you ain't gotta do all that. It's unnecessary. So anyway, moving on from that, I'm glad Trina was there for Spencer and stuff like that. You know, I know it was tough for him to watch Esme and Ace move out. I didn't like certain conversation in those scenes because all the goodbye stuff, like, oh, goodbye, you know, him saying goodbye to Ace and stuff, and then in the next breath he talking about, I'm still gonna take you to the park. So why all this like these little sappy scenes of you saying goodbye, Spencer? I'm like, the boy is moving not far from you. You're gonna see him whenever. You know what I'm saying? You're still gonna see him. I understand it's different because he's not living in the same home as him anymore. So I get it, it's different, but it's like you making it sound like he about to hop on a plane and go across country somewhere or something. Like he's going up the block. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna be far. They're a drive away. They're a few minutes away. Like literally probably like less than 10 minutes away from you. So it's not that big of a deal. But I'm glad that he came to the realization like it needs to happen this way, because it does need to happen. It's like you can't have that arrangement with Esme forever. You know what I'm saying? Like all y'all living under the same roof. It's not healthy for Esme. It's not healthy for him. It ain't healthy for the child. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's gonna create a lot of weird vibes and confusion. It was super funny watching Esme sit there and try to get all emotional and stuff like that. I'm like, Esme, get the hell out. First of all, you getting some of your rent paid, so get the freak out. You know what I'm saying? I did not care for her getting emotional. I'm like, go your little mind game playing ass on. She getting on my nerves. I cannot stand that girl at all. But anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great day. Peace.